On.
Well, what's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dads. Welcome to the Dads Intervention Podcast, episode 22. And of course, you know what it is. It's Freaky
Freaky,
Friday. It's Freaky Friday.
Freaky,
It's
Freaky
Freaky.
Friday. Freaky Friday. Get your freak
Mm,
on. Get your
mm,
freak on.
mm.
Get your freak on. Get your
What is the
freak
yin yang
on.
twins? You know, what's going on? Anyway, it's Freaky Friday. Of course, with your favorite dads is your
Deacon
man Ace
Comedy, God
Brown,
bless you.
and welcome to the
It's kind of
Dad's
funny
Cave.
saying, get your freak on, and then we're like, Deacon Comedy, God bless you.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, it's time for the Dad's Cave, and I have to ask a question, and I don't think you guys brought this up last week, so I'm going to address it, and that's the tank
Okay.
situation. And for those that have been living under a rock and do not know, Tank, the singer, made a comment in a podcast, and it got misconstrued. But what got put out there was that he said that if you just because you give a man, if you're a male and you give another man head 2 times, does not make you gay. And my question is, how do you feel, D? Do you think there's a time limit on when a person, be it male or female, consider themselves gay? Or do you think that that can be pulled out at any time? Meaning you can say, I did that. That was one time. I won't do it again. Um, and I'm not, homosexual. Or do you think that, hey, if you did it X amount of times, there's clearly some kind of liking to that sexuality?
I think it's first of all, let's say that homosexuality is a choice. Homosexuality, well, some people say it's not a choice. Some people say you're born this way, but homosexuality is a state of mind. This is I in my mind. I feel like this is what I want. This is what I want to do. This is what's making me happy. So
Hmm.
let's look
Hmm.
at it like that. Homosexuality is someone embracing their truth and said, "This makes me happy." So,
Yeah.
an act does not imply that someone is homosexual.
Hmm.
Is them
Hmm.
being truthful with themselves and saying, "This makes me happy. This makes me happy." Dating a male or female and me being a male or female makes me happy. That's when homosexuality, or you can embrace homosexuality. Um, we as it has come down to the point of homophobic nature as well as religion has now just pinged everything that someone does as it being
Hmm.
homosexual. Like, so
Hmm.
if you if you say a gentleman is handsome, you can they say, oh, that's quote unquote gay. If you so I myself I don't really agree with what Tank said, but I understand the line that he was walking, and understanding that line that he chose to walk was a number one, a very lonely line because most people won't speak out like that. Number two,
Yeah.
understanding that it's a very thin and skinny line that can be
Hmm.
misconstrued as something else if you're not careful with your wording.
Yeah, I think I have to agree um, wholeheartedly with what you're saying. One, I do believe that homosexuality is a choice because you can choose to be
Right.
abstinent. You don't have to engage in relations with anyone. So I think that all sexuality is a choice. Um, so I totally agree with you on that. I think that when Tank said that, for me, my thing is, in order for you to do it, period, you have to be curious. And I think
I
that
don't think you got to be
by being
curious because you have to know the situation that you're in because it could be a situation where you're being made to do that.
well, let's take that out. Let's take out any kind
Okay,
of force
free will.
because yeah, we're talking all free will. We ain't talking about you as being forced to do this. We're talking about
Okay,
free will. And if we're talking free will, you had to be curious on this because no one wakes up saying, I would like to try that if they're not even curious about it. Like me, I know I would never like to try sushi because I don't
right.
like sushi.
You're
You know what
missing
I'm
out
saying?
though. You're missing out.
So, yeah, I just don't like sushi. So for me, it's nothing. It would never be a chance when somebody could say, "Well, Ace wanted to try sushi, so he like, no, 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 no. Ace ain't even
Right.
trying sushi." So you have to have been you now. If I was curious about it, I couldn't say if I don't like it if I didn't
Right.
try it. You know what I'm saying? Um, but when you're not even curious about it, like for example, like I said, me, I'm just not even curious about it. So it's not that I dislike it. I just don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So, like for example, with both of us, we're not saying that there's anything wrong with being homosexual, but it's just not for us
Right.
to try. We're not sitting here saying to our wives, "Hey, I never gave a dude head before. I would love to see how that." I'm not even thinking about that. You know what I mean? That's not even a thing. So I think that when Tank said that, what tripped me out was the fact that for him to say, or for it to, and I saw a, interview where he cleared it up, where he clarified exactly what happened, and he was saying that there was a prior question to it, and he was saying that if you do something one or two times, that does not mean that you can do it all the time. And then the question was, so are you saying that if a man gave another man head, he's not gay, even if he did it two times? And then that's when the comment of him saying, well, no,
Mm-hmm.
you get what I'm saying? But he wasn't, he was just saying that you can't bottle everything up into one, you know what I mean, one or two things.
And he's right. You can't bottle
I,
everything up into one experience. I had a friend who, well, she was or is, um, she's asexual. So
okay.
she doesn't recognize herself as heterosexual or homosexual. She's asexual. However she's feeling at the time, that's what she's going to do. Um,
And see, women can do
right.
that.
Uh, but she one time said in a conversation, she said, "You can never truly know if you like something unless you try it more than once." Because the first
That's
time
true.
it may be the situation that you're in, it may be the fact that fear was a big factor of it. So you have to try it at least a second time to know for sure
Or you can,
if that's something you like or not. So if you take that same principle and put it towards what Tank was saying, then he is kind of right. Like you have to you
no, you're right.
before you really realize like, well, the first time I was kind of, I was kind of hesitant about doing this, or I was doing this, and I didn't really know. But now I done went through it. I need to find out for myself if this is something I like to do. If not, if I did it and I realized this is not what I want to do, then you cannot hold me to or box me into a category just because of an experience. So I understand what he's saying,
Hmm.
where you're trying to box me into something because of an experience and not because of what I choose to do.
Very true. Very true. Very true. I definitely would have to say that. Well, of course, what we want you guys to do is go ahead and comment. And we know you guys been tearing up Instagram, Twitter, Facebook with this. We'll go ahead and tear up our comment section and let us know, how do you feel? Do you feel as though we're looking at it the wrong way? Or do you think that Tank it meant what he said? Do you think? Just let us know what you think. Go ahead, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our page. And tune in next week where we will have some more of the most scummiest scum in the Dad's Cave. All right. Make sure you also like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Until next time, we the dads say, hey, if you try it once, you don't like it. If you try it twice, damn it, you're close enough. We'll holler at y'all, man. Daddy, 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 daddy.